was talking about how to create the factory of the future. And really what I started by looking at was, this commonality between what we're looking at with Industry 4.0 and the old days of ERP, when we're putting ERP systems in and that integration. But when you look at Industry 4.0, what we're talking about, we're moving far closer to the coalface, which means, it's the fat end of the wedge. So we're talking a hell of a lot of spaghetti and meatballs, lots of kind of disparate systems, lots of touch points, and lots of connectivity. And with that can come, a lot of chaos as well. I guess core to my entire session was all about, integration and the need for an enterprise information architecture, where what you can do is you can bring everything together in one point, where the approach you can take as far as, the top level methodologies using things like TOGAF, using ISO 95 for all the naming conventions, the standards, etc. But then when you get lower down, look at the protocols for communication things, so whether or not you're OPC compliant. But there are so many different elements behind Industry 4.0 where you can say, okay, well, what is it that's going to make a difference to my business? And at the moment, most kind of Industry 4.0 projects, proofs of concept, that's not going to last forever. But a lot of people are kind of investing and kind of exploring what that means. So it's not really, it's in production at the moment. It is in some places where companies can see an immediate value from these technologies. The other side to it is the security aspect, in that as we enable connected devices into our factories, particularly for different systems, then basically that surface area that we have to protect and defend becomes far bigger. So security has to be at the core of whatever decisions you take, and it's not a showstopper. But what it does mean is that you've got to be mindful of that. You need to have it at the core of your enterprise architecture that you start at the beginning, to say, okay, well, what are my non-functional requirements? What are the performance characteristics? What are the security requirements? What resilience requirements have I got? Volume, performance, all of those play a real part in defining that architecture. So it's taking a systemic view, essentially.